Hi, I'm Chris, and this is,
Ed.
and we are Guide to Be Wrong. Thank you for spending the morning with us, or afternoon, or night. I don't know when you're going to watch this, but we appreciate you being there, right? Please subscribe, follow us, leave your comments. We appreciate it. We're doing these great shows, right? It's amazing. Just to, from the beginning, just to let you know that we're just two dudes, two guys talking about stuff that we have no knowledge of. But we they show you going to show you how to be wrong about something. That's what we're good at. Today's topic is going to be who decides your privacy. Heavy stuff, heavy stuff, right? Keep clicking that freaking button without reading.
Agree with the
Yeah,
whole thing.
I agree. You don't even know what you agree to.
Who got
Yeah,
time to read though?
you could nobody. It's just they got such a little tiny letters. You can't even read this stuff. And they do that on purpose too. You know. But yes, today's topic is going to be who decides your privacy, right?
Yes, yes,
Not
yes.
you. I tell you that right now. You
It's
don't.
not you.
You don't decide your privacy. So who does? Who does decide the privacy of somebody? And now we're talking about online stuff, right?
Of course, the internet.
Anything that you do on your phone or your computer, and we're not talking about work stuff. Okay, we're talking about your personal use stuff
Hmm.
because of course companies have their own policies, their own rules, their equipment. You gotta follow their policy and all this stuff. So we're talking about your own personal phone that you pay. We're talking about your own laptop or your own computer that you pay. So that's what we're talking about, right?
Yes, yes, yes. The first level is absolutely you. Like if you don't want it to be online, don't put it there, right?
Yeah.
And there is even I know a bunch of people that actually, when you're like in a party, whatever, and people take photos, the parents of kids there will go and tell you, please do not put it on Facebook, do not put my kid on in any kind of social media, do not, I don't want the face of my kid being online.
I think that goes for minors. I don't know if it goes for adults.
No, I'm
The
saying
same
if
thing.
you go to no, yes, but you go to somebody and says, "Look, I don't want my face to be on Facebook," or you just say, "Don't take photos of me." If
Yeah.
you want to go to that level,
Yeah, definitely. So some people go to that extreme, right?
yes.
Because you don't know where that picture is going to end up.
Mm-hmm,
You don't
mm-hmm.
know. It's. I always say, right. And I want to talk about like the political world, right? It's a very dirty, nasty world, and you're nobody to them until you're running for office, and that, and then they start looking everything about you. Your family, anything that is
Or you
attached to
or
you.
you become somebody like
Yeah.
a world news.
Oh yeah. You're done. Your privacy is completely gone. Well, I think there's a law that says that if you're like a public figure, you have no privacy,
Mm-hmm,
which
mm-hmm.
I think is ridiculous because and of course we're getting off topic, a little off topic, but like if you're like a singer or movie star, somebody in that field, you got no privacy. No matter where you go, they're going to film you, take pictures of you. I mean, it's just
Of
it's
course,
annoying.
because in what I was just saying is just social media, right?
Social media.
But there is way more data than that.
Oh yeah,
uh, Mostly online I'm talking about, right?
yeah.
You have the data brokers that everybody talk about. They are these evil people, these for once. For the other people, the investors probably are making a lot of money, but the data brokers are who takes all the information and sell it to the advertisers.
Yeah,
And
that's a huge business.
that
That's
is
what they do it for. Trust me, when they tell you download something is free, it's not free.
yes.
They're selling your information. That's how they make the money. That's how they make the
No,
profits.
they all saying, if somebody is giving you something for free, you are not the customer.
Yeah, yeah.
You are the product.
You're the product, exactly, and that's where all this stuff comes from, right? Selling your information. I remember years ago. This just a thing, right? I just remember. I had a Sears credit card, I had a Sears credit card, and I was applying for a credit card, and there was a time that you actually fill up the form with a paper. And you actually,
Well, there was
yeah, there was that you fill it up with a paper
with a
and
pen.
yeah, with a pen and a paper, right? You actually fill it out, and then you give it to the person. You actually gave it to somebody, and they ran it, and they told you like right in front of you, like they did it in front of you. They're like, oh, this came out, and they tell you this stuff, and and this is when I learned this. It's talking about so many years ago. So I was applying for that credit card, and the lady for the credit card told me, "Oh, this is coming out." And I was like, "Well, how you know about my Sears?" So this Sears told me, "Well, Sears, right?" And I said the name of the company. Um, I think Sears is out of business now. I think they're gone, right? But so when they tell you we don't share your information with nobody, what they don't tell you is that they do share it with their partners.
Of course.
Yeah,
What they are saying is not with somebody else.
exactly.
But all of them are together.
But they're together. You're like, I don't say we're strangers, but all these are my friends.
Just with Axion,
Yeah.
Epsilon, Spoken, White Pages, all the data brokers.
Yeah, so don't believe that. When they tell you we don't share your information with nobody but our friends, that means as long as if so, then I start asking questions. So if a company owns shares with another company, they're part of the company,
Of course.
and that's how they do it. That's how they do it. That's how all these banks and all this information get to share information because they use the but they're part of us some way or another. They're connected. That they're part of us. And that's huge. That's why your privacy. And again,
Not that they need anything. It's not like none of these companies need any permit or any.
no, they don't.
No, they will just take it.
They
They take it in a crazy way. There is this thing that everybody keeps saying, right? And that is so, I think, wrong. That says, uh, if you have nothing to hide, why you care about privacy? But it's not like somebody's going to put out your secrets, like your affairs or whatever it is. No. What about if that is the case? What about you password for your email?
Yeah.
What about your credit card? What your bank information, your bank statements, what about not just your address, but what you have bought in the last 20 years. All of that, probably a lot of people will care if they will know what is the extension of these.
Yeah. So because right now we live in a world that we don't really even understand because we don't understand technology. We don't really understand technology. Most the average person don't
Of
really
course.
understand technology. Look at this phone. I'm showing you my phone. I don't want to show you the brand or anything, but I have a phone. I basically use it just to make phone calls and watch videos. But if I actually look at all the functions of this phone, I tell you that I don't use 99.9% of the functions. I don't even know or use or even thinking about using them.
Okay, but if you start listening to these people, right?
But it's all connected.
That's what I'm saying because, for example, I think it was Action who said that part of the selling product is if you have spent in iStore more than 3 times, I've been in iStore more than 3 times in the last year. And how they know? Because they track the phones.
Yeah.
So they actually have the data of when you walk with your phone, all that data of the phone telling you, look, we went here, we went there, we spent time here. So if you just because you are curious, you go to one of those places that sell grills, right? Those custom expensive grills, and you go like 3 times there. Now they got you. So, so this guy wants a grill. So it's actually,
They got you, and also that's why it's so hard not to commit a crime, right? I'm not saying to do
to
it,
do it,
but yeah, they the first thing that now they do is they get your phone. They find out your what you've been looking at, your research, your where you went, who you spoke to. I mean, they catch you on the spot. I mean, yeah, I'm not saying to do it.
and also the phones listen to you.
Yeah. Oh
And
yeah.
we have
That's a big thing
I
now.
have tested with my sister. I was telling her this thing, and or maybe she was telling me this thing, and we were not sure if that is true. So we decided to test it, and we put the phones down and start talking about a vacation in Hawaii, how great it will be, how much it costs. We just both of them talking about that. We never Google anything or search anything. We just talk for like, I don't know, 8 minutes, 10 minutes. We pick up the phones and because that was the test, and don't talk or Google or nothing. Just leave it there. We're not even thinking of going there. It's just a test for the phone. The last 3 weeks we got all kinds of advertisement about hotels,
Yeah.
flights, about Hawaii.
Yeah. It's insane. I mean, some people say that the best thing to do is take the battery out your phone. I mean, it's people shouldn't be doing that. But
In the iPhone, you cannot even
yeah,
do that,
the phone is listening to you all the time.
of course.
You could be watching TV, they know what you're watching.
And the tracking of the phones, not just the iPhone, but most phones now,
Yeah.
they actually track it with no battery. How does it? I have no idea. But somebody actually tested. He took out the battery and went for a walk. Oh no, I'm sorry, went around in the car, right? Back home, put it back the battery, and have one of those devices that can copy the information that your phone starts sending and check.
Yeah.
And the phone actually tracked him with no battery where he went.
Wow, that's insane. I think most phones have an internal battery, like for
I mean,
for phone stuff.
definitely something's there.
Yeah. No, I mean, and again, I mean, some of these phones are even more powerful than a computer.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, a
Absolutely.
phone now is like a computer. It's
Mm-hmm.
actually it's an extension. Somebody's phone now has become an extension of the person as it is.
Elon Musk said
Um,
that. Elon Musk said that the phones have make humans pretty much a, androids because of the extension of the
yeah,
iPhone.
yeah,
And it
yeah,
sounds crazy, but you just try to go leave you home with no phone to see
yeah.
what
I
happens.
can. I mean,
Oh, you can,
yeah,
no problem. Oh
yeah.
wow.
Yeah. There's many times that I'm going to work and I forgot my phone because I was left it charging, and I was like, oh well, I just didn't go back.
Oh
I
really?
didn't go back. You know, I just call my family. Hey, if you need me, call me at work. You know, because I don't got my phone. One time because I did it one time and I actually went back home to pick up the phone and then came back. And then and like on the way back, I was like, man, I just wasted 30 minutes for what? Just to have a stupid phone. But again, I don't depend on my phone. You know,
Mm-hmm.
there's just people that depend on
No,
it.
I totally do.
Yeah, I don't. I don't really. I would like I said, I only use it to make phone calls. You
Mm-hmm.
know, and if I'm at work, um,
You think it's a generational thing that because of your generation you are not that connected to the phones, but the new gen because that's something else. I don't know. You remember like maybe 20, 30 years ago, people will always say about the tattoos. You know, don't get a tattoo because if you get
yeah,
a tattoo when you turn 70 or 60 or whatever, you're going to regret it and you're going to cry about it. But people went and got a tattoo, and most people do not regret it. They will not care.
well, I think with time the tattoo looks horrible with your skin.
No, I'm only saying not that people should or not get a tattoo. What I'm saying is that most people that got a tattoo,
Yeah,
you hear how people said it that they're going to be regretting it and crying about it. Most people didn't care at all. It means nothing to them. The ones that got the tattoo, it wasn't this huge wave of people going around removing tattoos. The same is with privacy. That's my point. With the new generation, it's not like they don't care about the privacy. They don't want privacy. They want their whole lives online. They want to everybody to know what they have for breakfast.
No, I think no. Well, there is a group of people that do that.
Most young people.
But I think I think it's mainly laziness, and they don't really understand.
Mm-hmm.
So look, if I want to download an app, because if I want to download an app, um, I could do it in 1 second, 2 seconds,
Mm-hmm.
or I could do it in a couple hours after me reading the entire freaking thing. So
Oh,
what am I
okay.
going to do? Click, or
Right.
let me read
Can
this.
we access all your photos forever and keep
Yeah.
all of them? Click. And then it's like, why my privacy is not here?
Yeah, exactly. I think it's laziness.
What else can you do?
I
No,
think
I'm
it's
not
laziness.
reading though. Are you reading it?
No, nobody's.
F that. I'm
Nobody.
not doing that.
Nobody ever. I mean, honestly, I don't think I've ever met anyone that reads that stuff. I mean, people just go straight to the end, click, sign, like, and accept. And
No,
that's
they
it.
should. We're not
No,
promoting that at
read.
all.
I mean, read.
Read. You be the one reading.
But I mean, that's the effect that it has. The effect that it has that you basically just gave all your rights away. You have because the first one was, wait, is that you clicking? Yeah, all right, that's it. It's a done deal. There's nothing else you can say after that. You know, that's basically the bottom
Yeah,
line.
but I'm telling you, the new generation, they do not care much about privacy. They will just put it out there, and the most people know about them, see them, the better they feel.
Well, there's a couple of reasons for that. One is because the entertainment now is not the same entertainment as like when I grew up, where you actually have friends, real friends, you know, and you trust people, and you went out, and the environment was safe. You didn't have to care about shootings. You didn't have to care about people stealing from you. You didn't have to care about somebody coming from behind and punching you. It was none of that. You just went out there and have fun. Now, you know, people are like, oh no, I don't like that neighborhood. Oh no, you know, this stuff that you watch on TV, you're like, you know, so people have created this fake world. You know, like they wanna that's where they want to live, but they can't. You know, and so that's one. The other thing is monetary, right? Uh, just a lot of people that making a lot of money out of this. Shit, if I could make a fool of my ass and make money, I would do it too. But
No.
isn't that what I'm doing now? Where's the money?
No, I don't think it's none of that. I think it's different priorities. The new generation want to be famous, want people to see them.
Because it's cheap.
It's not like they don't, no.
You don't have
It's
to have a
just
talent. You don't have to have nothing. See, before, for you to be famous, first you had to look like me, beautiful, and then you had to have some sort of talent. Now you don't. You just have to be stupid, do something crazy, or something that is just funny, and then boom, there it is. There you go. There you are. People can see you. So before, you could be a comedian with your friends. You'd be like the funny guy, telling jokes, make people laugh. But you only made 10, 15 people
Of
laugh.
course, but if that guy is very funny and online, he's going to do a killing.
Of course, because but see, but that's the reach, that's the outreach, right? Because before, if you were a magician and you did like a trick with your friends, and everybody's, oh man, look, you know, everybody's happy. Then they tell you, hey, why don't you do it? You know, let's go to the party there, and you do it. But that's as big as it gets, right? Now you can do it online, and millions of people can watch you automatically. So that technology has done that, and it has given the tool to people to be able to do that. At the same time, um, what are you giving away? You're giving away your privacy, right?
That's what I'm saying. But for certain people, right? There are right now the majority of young people, they don't want privacy. They don't. It doesn't mean nothing to them, and it's not. They want actually the contrary.
I think that they just don't understand what it is.
No, they do. They do. It's like that's what I'm saying with the tattoos. You know, like, well, when you ended up with my age, you're going to regret it. They are not going to regret shit. They are happy to what they are doing, and that is a new way of living.
So look,
I'm using people taking photos of desserts in restaurants, right?
but look. I don't see a doctor doing it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see lawyers doing it.
Totally, they are doing.
No, I mean I don't see doctors putting on Facebook.
Their patients no, because they can't. But go and see their social media. Go and see what they are doing. There is a YouTubers.
Yeah, and they keep getting in trouble, and they keep getting fired from jobs.
Yes, there's a lot of that.
Yes,
Yes.
that's why only the dumbass do it, but the real ones don't.
I do see that.
Okay, so there's a that's what I tell you that what you're talking about it's happening, but it's to a specific group of people. There's a group of people that were here, and now they're able to expose things,
Mm-hmm.
But the ones that are here are not doing it. What's the Tesla guy name? Elon Musk. He said you don't even have a computer.
Mm-hmm.
That just tells you the guy owns Facebook, but I think he has an X account, but he doesn't have nothing else.
Mm-hmm.
Like the people that are doing very very well. Well, first of all, don't have time for that nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
That's one.
Mm-hmm.
You know. And the other two, they do understand what privacy means.
No, that you're totally wrong, bro.
The people listen, and I'm talking about like the 1%. I'm talking about like the people like rich people. I'm not talking about rich people that you became rich because you were a freaking hockey player. No, I'm talking about rich people that went there because they were smart. They created something. They're not into that. Then
No. There are so many people
yeah.
that they are, for example, business consultants. That is pretty much her whole company is out of reaching social media. There are lawyers. They are doctors. There are so many people that use this as a tool. You just are thinking about people doing stupid things online.
Okay.
No. There is a whole social media of experts now.
Okay, yeah.
That all these experts are like crazily powerful.
But social but you're talking about two different things. Because
Okay.
look, right now we're creating a video for social media,
Mm-hmm.
but I consider this an instructional tool. It's a tool.
Mm-hmm.
I consider this a constructive way of looking at things,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're not jumping to things or saying stupid stuff. I mean, I do say a lot of stupid stuff, but in a constructive way.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And that's what the platforms is a lot of people use it for.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what you saying is that people, and in a way, we could have been doing the same thing in a classroom, right? We could have put up a board outside saying, "Hey, we're going to talk about privacy," and we put some chairs and we just talk about it, right? It's the same thing, right? It's constructive, it's educational. Now, that is always that is one way of it. Now, that's not privacy
Mm-hmm.
because what you're doing is you're trying to reach out.
I see that.
Okay, so it's that.
Of course.
Now,
one thing is reaching, the other one
exactly. The other one is being exposed to dumb
Yes,
shit.
totally,
So it's two different things.
It is totally different. And also, there are a lot of things that were not meant for you to give to everybody, and then suddenly it's there.
It's there, yeah.
You know, like
And that's why I was trying. That's my point. That there's people that do understand privacy. Like for instance, we understand privacy because I mean, there's the stuff that we said, but we know a limit. You know what I mean? We know a limit. I mean, we're like, oh wait a second. You know, we know a limit because there's things that, and again, I want to be careful about this. We understand that there's things that you could say to some people, and there's things that you cannot say to some people. You know, so we understand that. So we do understand privacy. You're talking about the people that just don't understand it. The dumbasses that just go out there and say stuff and that they regret later on.
Mhm.
because there's a lot of people that do regret it
Mhm.
because they don't understand what privacy means. Because the
Mhm.
moment that you did this and this, you gave all the stuff away, you know. And there's a lot of people that do regret it. So right now, the way we look at it is, you don't decide your privacy,
Mhm.
or can you?
There are ways to mitigate the whole thing.
Yes.
For example, white pages, they did open. You can actually request with them to erase your data. You know, there is this other broker, Spokeo. Spokeo also, you can go there and you put your name and everything that you know, where you live and all of that, and they will voluntarily erase you from their info, and they are like huge.
There
So
was
you
a
can actually look your name in the different brokers and get your name out of them. But none of that really works in the long term because you know they feed each
it's
other,
a feature,
and
yeah.
you wait for a few
It's gonna
months
stop.
and it goes back there.
Yeah, because because the internet is so,
Huge.
no, you can't control it. It's so huge.
It's
It's
not.
everywhere. You know, there was a big case. You know, I just remember this years ago. Remember the show that they used to? It wasn't a show. I think it was like a. Uh, you know, when the kids go to college, reset, what they call it, spring break,
Hmm.
and these guys used to go with cameras and film the
Yes,
girls
yes, yes,
with the
yes, yes, yes,
bikinis, and they
yes,
used to
yes,
go
yes.
like this, and then they start making videos about it. Um, and then it was a big lawsuit because, like, a lot of these girls, they were just having a good time, having a
Okay.
bit, and then next thing you know, they're going to jobs, and the guy interviewed say, "Wait, didn't I see you in the video? Like, you know, you were all freaking drunk as hell, showing your."
Girls Gone Wild.
Yes,
Girl,
girls gone
yes, yes,
wild.
yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, that was a big case, and you had
Mhm.
to do a lot
And
about
also there were
this.
underage kids there.
Yes, yes,
They were
yes.
underage.
You
Please
had
don't
to.
quote me none of these
Well, no,
and
no,
don't sue us.
no, no. It was a big case.
Oh, no, no, say like these guys don't sue us.
Oh, I mean, we not saying nothing. I mean, it was a big case. Now I don't know if they won or they lost.
I think they lost.
They lost,
I think
right?
they lost. Yes, I think they
Because,
actually didn't end up in jail, but they got like probation and things
oh,
like
really?
that. Yeah,
Yeah,
it
because
went bad.
because it was a lot of them say that they didn't give them the rights
Oh, yeah, regret.
to sell it,
Mm-hmm.
or they asked him to delete it and they wouldn't do it,
Mm-hmm.
and this has to do with your privacy. And the same thing goes with, but at that time it was videos, right? It wasn't online stuff. It was, because I remember it was back in like the 90s or something.
You're totally right. So
Yeah,
what? People bought the videos?
people would buy the videos. Yeah,
Oh,
because
where?
like a video, like back in the days when you
Like
watch
a
a movie.
blockbuster and things?
Yeah, yeah.
I, of course, there was no.
Yeah, it wasn't online. It wasn't at that time. I wasn't. I don't
Yes, guys,
remember.
there was a moment that was no
Yeah, we actually watched movies with a video.
in blockbuster.
Blockbuster, yeah, yeah.
You're
So it's
totally
a
right.
blockbuster night, you know.
Of course, there was
Yeah,
no
and
online.
blockbuster, it was well, at the best time. They even got the popcorn. They got. I mean, like, you would just go out there, pick up the popcorn, pick up the drinks. You know, they had everything. Just pick. It's like a movie night. You know. Yeah, I remember
You
the
know
block.
that Netflix went to them and told them that they
Yeah,
want to be bought by
yeah,
Blockbuster for
and
like 20 million or
yeah,
whatever, and
yeah.
they said no, no, no,
And they
no,
said no to it. Don't they regret that now?
more than the girl from the Gone Wild
Oh
thing.
yeah. Oh yeah. I think the guy from Blockbuster is still kicking it, still banging his head against the wall. Yeah, yeah. Because I remember when Netflix used to rent it in vending machines. I remember because
Mm,
I forgot what it was, and I saw the machine, and you had to, like, return it.
Blockbuster.
No, Netflix.
Uh,
Because the way
yeah, of course,
Netflix
no, that's
works,
how it started.
Netflix.
You getting a CD and then you put it in the mail or you return
Yeah,
it in the
you
mail.
return it in the mail.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah, it
yeah.
was
That's
like
that's
that.
how it was.
Yeah, it was cheap.
Yeah, it was cheap
It
too.
was
Yeah,
cheap.
yeah. I remember that because I used to use I used Netflix at the beginning. To me, it was fine. You went to the vending machine, got it, saw it, and then you put it. They give you an envelope. You put it in. You mail it back
And
to
they
them.
have no late fees or anything like that.
No,
It was like
because
you need to return it to get another one, but you can return it.
yeah. Until they got it, then they gave you the credit for you to get another one. Yeah, yeah. That's Blockbuster. How come they didn't see that coming? Like that was the future, you know.
I mean, people wouldn't know. So many things happening right now that nobody sees it.
I mean, look, I tell you this. I bought CDs, right? But the cassette lasted longer than the CD. The cassettes were like all the 80s, from the 70s and 80s all the way to the 90s. We were still using tapes, cassettes. But the CD, when the CD came out, it only lasted for a few years because right after that, the internet came.
You got it. Oh, totally.
And then everything was just download.
Because there is this guy that invests millions into
On the little tiny one.
Then he going and had no.
Yeah, man. You know what? I'm going to tell you this. I'm not proud of saying it. I was one of the dumbasses in the border. I was in Japan. I was walking around in Japan. And I saw this little tiny mini CDs.
Like, that's the future.
And I was like, how you do? Because before you used to put in the thing, and I was like, where you have to buy another machine for it? He was like, no, you just sits on it. It's like, and this little one has to say, it's like, yeah, it's the new thing. And I actually bought it. I actually bought like 5 of them. I wonder where are they? Because it had to be somewhere in my house. But yeah, I was in Japan, and I actually bought it. But going back to the privacy stuff, yeah. So I remember the case. That was a big case, and it was all about privacy. The entire case was about privacy. And
even movies, if like somebody's filming a movie on the street, and somebody else walking by there and gets caught in the film,
they had to make you sign if you could use it or not.
So how come none of that is being used onto these people using other people as backgrounds now on YouTube, in all these videos? I mean, you see like people not just they don't care. They actually tell them, do not put me on YouTube or don't put me on social media. None of that is respected anymore.
I think no, it's not.
Nobody owns their own face anymore. You can go and film anybody and put it on YouTube and make money out of that video.
I think it only matters when it's something horrible. And when I say horrible, is like, for instance, they say that you're walking around and somebody's filming something, and they say, well, in this block, there's a lot of sex predators, like there's a lot of sex offenders, and then you're walking right there. Yeah, and
of course you can say,
hey, listen, you gotta get me out of there. You just say there's sex offenders in this area, and then I'm like, hey,
you kids.
He's like, hello. Yeah, I think when it comes to stuff like that, I think people would actually raise a flag. But if it's something like nobody cares,
no. But there is this other situation that people bother other ones to get reactions from them, filming. Put them on.
Yeah, that's insane, and I don't understand why they don't get sued.
Right? How can that no happen?
I don't know if they pay them at the end. I don't know.
No, nothing. They don't want to be in the video, and they still put them on TikTok or whatever it is.
Yeah, I honestly, legally, I don't know what the line is, because I don't know if it's just like news or if it could be used as a reporting. Honestly, I don't know, because there's you are allowed to report something.
That's what they are using.
Yeah, I think they're using
the freedom of expression.
Yeah, I think that's what they're
using.
But
you go and there is this lady, and probably it's going to come a little gross, but there is this lady that got stopped by a cop, right? But she really need to go. She really need to go
to the bathroom.
Oh. And so she begs the cop, please, like, give me the ticket, but let me go. And the cop's taking his sweet time doing it, and she can know.
And she just released.
Just in front of everybody, like that.
I hope she sues, and I hope she sues the cop.
But that's the whole thing. Besides that, right? That video is in YouTube. And so now you have a lady embarrassed for life,
for life.
in this cruel, horrible way.
Yeah.
And it's not like she did anything. She, well, okay, let's say she passed the stop sign or whatever it is, but it was just a normal traffic, a normal traffic ticket, and
You
he
know-
went from there to.
I want to say, hey, listen, people have medical issues. People things just happen. It's nature. I don't have a problem with somebody just taking a piss in the middle of the fucking street. What I understand about humans is this: we let dogs piss every fucking where, and we look at it like, yeah, that's so cute. But the moment that we see a human doing, oh my god, look what he's doing! Oh my god, look what she's doing! Oh my god, look at the planet is gonna die. To me that shit makes no sense.
No, but it is very, very disturbing seeing somebody.
Now,
They actually saw
no.
this lady
I'm going
that
to,
actually pretty much did that,
I'm going to
and
tell
I
you
was
this.
like, oh shit.
I want to tell you this. There's a way of doing it, and you're right. There's a
Mhm.
way of doing it. Like for instance, right? Because you got kids, you got minors, you got a whole bunch of stuff happening. So listen, I'd rather you do it than you get a health issue, or you fucking pee all over yourself, and now you have to walk who knows where like that, because that's not also good for you as a medical condition.
Mhm.
Now, but there's a way to do it. Get into a corner, cover yourself. Now I don't recommend you just go there in the middle of the sidewalk and just freaking drop your
I
pants.
think that the first case of this insane thing was, remember that kid that pretended to be a Jedi, that that was the first case, I think. So there is this overweight kid
You can with a knife, with a
uh,
sword, and start fighting or something.
fighting on the air. Yeah, I think they call it I don't know, the some kind of Jedi or something.
Okay.
But he's like pretend to be a Jedi, and he went and put this thing on online.
Yeah.
And of course, everybody was making fun of the kid, and it went horrible. The kid could not hold the humiliation and killed himself.
Okay.
And the funny part is that, not the funny part, the interesting part is that the kids that were making fun of him were arrested, and charged and things like that, because they said they were bullying.
Yeah.
So this is like probably 25 years ago or something, maybe 20 years ago.
And when the bullying law started coming out.
No. What I'm saying is that is nothing to what is happening now. That is like Tuesday. Now is thousands of people doing exactly the same, destroying other people's lives, persecuting people, and no action is being taken at all. In United States, of course.
So yeah, I think bullying. I think they do have laws against bullying, but at the same time, how can you stop it?
Impossible.
It's impossible to stop.
Trying to regulate human nature or something.
Yeah,
It absolutely should not happen. But
yeah, that's why I tell you, the best thing to do is just have a nice, safe, good, um, happy life. Uh, People go, no matter what, they're going to do dumb shit, because that's what I tell you. Dumb shit is what makes great stories. We wouldn't be talking about these people if they didn't do something stupid happened to them. Something out of the ordinary happened to them. They would not even. They would be just nothing. One of the things that happened in the last, I would say, 10, 15 years, is that nowadays everything gets recorded. Everybody has a phone. Everybody has a camera. Everybody's a reporter. Everybody is listening to you or watching you. That's one of the things. So in many ways, nobody has privacy nowadays.
That's what I'm saying.
Nobody. Even in your home. Well, I don't got it. They got the stupid thing. The stupid thing that you talk to. I forgot what it's called. Like you say something and they answer you back.
Oh yes. Like
Um,
like Amazon. That's called
I don't know. I see.
Alexa.
Alexa, I see that they talk to it and then they ask questions. What's the weather tomorrow? And the stupid thing answers you. That's sad. It's very sick too, if you ask me. Because you can just go to the weather channel,
Open the window.
or you can just look outside. Yeah, yeah. Uh, so, but we got to that point. We got to a point that even your own home is not a privacy. It clearly reminds me of 1984. Read the book; it's a great book. 1984. Where the government is basically like the private sector, and everybody's watching you. And we people have become the eyes of everybody. Uh, so
But there is a huge contradiction between people saying the government should not do this, they should not do that. Like basically they should respect my privacy, and they advocate all these laws to stop them from reaching too much. And at the same time, they turn around and put the whole life on Facebook,
yeah.
on TikTok, like. Not that I'm against it, I'm actually thinking that the people that are doing it know what they are doing, and
Yeah.
they are just different. They don't care about privacy or anything like that. Actually, they care about reaching as many people as they can, and it is the way that they do it. That's the way that they do it.
Yeah, I mean, I have a TikTok account. I put a lot of stuff in it. Mainly it's just my stuff, my cat, my dog, stuff that I do. Dancing, stuff like that. Um, you know, and the way I look at my TikTok account, it's just a way of expressing and leaving a mark of who I was. Um, eventually we're gonna fade away. We all gonna die. There's no mystery on that. But in many ways, people want to be remembered. In many ways, people want to be. Before, we used to have pictures and albums of pictures. People used to take pictures, and there were days that people would sit around and they open the albums and look at pictures, and then somebody would tell you a story. Oh, I remember when I took this picture, and then that's how it used to be back in the days. I mean, I still do it with my mom and my family. We open the pictures, and then somebody will always tell you, "Oh, I remember when we were doing this," and from that picture, a whole entire freaking story will come out. Because that's how it was. And now it's basically the same thing, but it's just online
And for everybody.
and for everybody. Yeah, and now
Not
it's
just
for
for your
everybody.
mom.
Yeah, so this is for everybody. So please be careful what you put out there, because
Yes.
there's things that
Even if you are one of those that don't care about privacy and all of that, and I don't want to be the one that says you're going to regret that tattoo.
Yeah.
But at the same time, just try to understand that whatever you put there is forever. That does not mean that it's bad, but it is forever.
Yeah, and remember that you don't decide on your privacy. Not in the world that we live in now. You have no privacy. Nobody. There was a time that that you have privacy. Now you don't. You don't have privacy. No matter where you go, you don't have any privacy. If you don't think so, listen. You can just go, put your name, and pay some money, and your whole entire history will come out. How many tickets you got? If you ever been to court? If you owe money, all your stuff will come out. So you have no privacy in many, many ways. If you're married, if you're single, if you're divorced, all this stuff will come out. Only costs a couple of dollars, believe it or not. Everything will come out. Where you've been, how many times you travel, all this stuff is out there. So, who decides on your privacy? Not you. Definitely not you, right?
Yes, yes. I would recommend, if you have a computer with a camera, to put a mask tape on the camera,
Oh, yeah.
because the guy from Facebook, what is his name?
Elon Musk?
No, that's the ex guy.
Oh, the nice guy. The Facebook is the other guy,
Zuckerberg.
Zuckerberg, yeah.
Yes, he actually, when you see him on videos and things, he has a mask tape on his camera.
Because they can watch it too.
I mean, if he's doing
Yeah. If he's doing that, you know what that means.
Yeah.
You know what that
Okay,
means.
so that would be a good advice.
Yeah, yeah. And again, 1984. You'll be surprised. 1984 is a great book.
It's an old book. I don't think you would like it.
It's a great book. It explains a lot of the stuff that's happening right now. And it was written like almost 50, 60 years ago. But anyway, listen, Chris,
Annette,
and we appreciate that you with us. Thank you for listening to us and Guide to Be Wrong. And please don't forget to subscribe.
please subscribe. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.